Hello, dear ones. It's good to be with you. I can't tell you, as this crisis in our lives deepens, as things change more and more, that how often I find myself missing you. I have a visceral, just a sense of loss. It's not disconnection. I don't feel disconnected. I feel distance, which I suppose is how we're supposed to maintain what safety we have. But I miss you. I miss you a lot. And every day, many of you come across my mind, your faces radiant, and my heart, though not broken, is stretched toward you. I've been thinking about practice, as you know, because the notion of practice and the need for deepening our commitment to practice is the center of these ministers' messages and the common ground for all of us who are offering these messages on a daily basis. I often remember the first yoga teacher I encountered as the moment of the beginning of my practice, but I've been thinking about it more deeply lately, and actually that's not quite true. I think what spiritual practice does for me really started out in my life through singing. When I was 7 years old, I auditioned to become part of a little children's choir at the Unitarian Church in Chicago, in Hyde Park, that was to become the Chicago Children's Choir. And I can tell you, and have told you, many, many stories about that experience. But what made that spiritual practice was very particular, and something that I've been thinking about. It was a combination of discipline and a certain kind of dependency, a healthy dependency. So I had to be able to be present, stay quiet when I was asked to be quiet, when that was the expectation, to sing when I was asked to sing, and to sing on pitch, and to pay attention to rhythm, and to listen very, very carefully. That strikes me as a pretty good definition of the range of activity that is at work in spiritual practice. The dependency part of it has to do with something that I'm going to tell you about, but I really don't want you to talk to other people about this, which is, technically, I'm not much of a musician. I can't read music. That level of discipline and practice, I never really engaged fully enough to make it a useful tool in my life. I can see intervals on the page, but that doesn't mean I get them right. So the dependency that I'm aware of has to do with making sure that I'm standing next to someone who can read, someone who is technically a better singer than I am, who has good pitch control, and who I can lean on and lend my voice to. There's a whole series of people who've played that role in my life. I think of them now, Tommy and Eric and Edwin, and people that I could lean on as I engaged in the practice of choral singing. Now, I know how deeply you singers miss being able to come together and make a joyful noise. I know how you long to be able to sing again with others. And there is a quality of strength that emerges as we discover that we have to find ways to practice on our own. Though the church still lends strength and encouragement and one hopes awakens a certain amount of enthusiasm for practice, the truth of the matter is that it makes a difference that we're not together physically. It makes a huge difference for the singers, and I have great respect for the restraint which Ahmed has fostered and which we have observed, because I think the bottom line is protecting the good health of our people. And what this means is, from a spiritual point of view, we each have to take greater responsibility for our own practice, for the consistency that it requires, for the discipline that it requires. We lend each other strength when we sing together side by side, but we also can find ways to be strong enough to sing alone, even though some of us may feel bereft or lonely at the prospect. It's simply where we are right now. It won't be this way forever. That's a faith statement. I am a faithful person. I hope you are as well. I know you are as well. And we will be together again in real time, and we will sing again in glorious harmony. Until then, my friends, sing on, and sing on boldly. Thank you.